In the 18th century, it would have been a very common thing to mix whiskies with other ingredients to make them a lot more palatable. They didn't have the same kind of cask management that we have today, so they'd want it to be an easier drink. So we think really that's where it originated from. Hot toddies are brilliant when you've got cold or when it's cold outside. Makes you feel a little bit better. I've then put a little bit of honey in. Now we're using honey from Bermondsey Street in London. So once I've put in the honey to the boiling water, it's then time for the good stuff, a shot of whiskey. So get that in there too. We're then going to put in a squeeze of lemon into there. Here's one I sliced earlier. Get some of that in. Nice little dollop. We then have a little cinnamon stick in there too. And finally, just to finish it off, nice little orange in there as well. So once that's all in, give it a little stir, and you have a perfect hot toddy. So that's your more traditional style of production. The first mention of what we'd now really think of as a hot toddy really comes about in the 1780s. Now we think the name hot toddy comes from the Todian Well, which was supposedly the ancient water source for Edinburgh.
So it's based on rum at that time. So rum, there's a bit of arak, which is kind of like variation of a sugarcane eau de vie. We do a dates-infused oat milk and spiced vanilla syrup, and also some black chai tea. So it's like totally Christmas vibes, all the flavors you can find in one drink, I'll say. So we're gonna start with the rum, dark rum, classic. Then for the arak, we use the Todian, which is a blend with different types of rum. Then we're gonna find the spiced vanilla syrup. So it's based mainly on vanilla and green cardamom and black pepper. Then we're gonna have the date-infused oat milk. So we just mix the dates in the oat milk, and we let it infuse for a few hours, and we finish with the infusion of the chai tea, and we're gonna heat the cocktail, really important. And there it is, the bad Santa for you, with the most important. Merry Christmas.
There you go. Put one double shot of cognac, some good apple juice. There you go. There you go. This is our version of white style cocktail. I use like cinnamon, fresh ginger, cloves, yeah, and they bring this like, in my opinion, some nice Christmas atmosphere, you know, and some sweetness to the cocktail, yeah. And plus, of course, we use apple juice as well. We cook it with apple juice, yeah, and we serve it in combination with cognac. This one. There you go.
All right, so let's start off just filling it up with red wine, orange, chestnut, and Jaeger spice. And then we add bourbon on the end. There we are. And we finish that off with nutmeg, and a little orange peel. There we are. So we've done a mulled red wine, but normally mulled red wines are literally just that, it's hot wine. So we thought we'd do a bit more of a richer, more alcohol forward one with bourbon, chestnut, orange and red wine. We added a little bit of chocolate as well.
Today we're gonna make the snow plow espresso. I'm gonna show you. We start with Grey Goose, 35 ml. Amaretto, it's only 15 ml. Coffee will be Americano. We add pistachio and whipped cream coconut foam. As a garnish will be pistachio, a bit of coconut and marshmallows on top.
Like, there is nothing that you can't make. Just try to do it step by step and add things. I would I would take inspiration from mulled wine, for example, and play around with that. Try to twist your hot coffee or your hot chocolate and think about flavors such as, we know that chocolate and orange are a match, actually. If we think about mulled wine and pear, that's great. I would play around with flavors a lot, yeah, and spices and those kind of things.
Start off by caramelizing the butter with some brown sugar, all right? So, a little knob of that. And then what we need, equal amounts of Demerara sugar. Okay. Add some apple juice. 1 cube of fudge. Chuck that in, and you get a couple of cinnamon sticks, a few peppercorns, small pinch, and only 3 star anise. Sure. Yeah, by all means, do get experimental, but I'd stick to the spices that a lot of people recognise. So your festive spices like cinnamon, cloves, star anise, but then do experiment with totally new flavours like maybe pineapple, or play around with gins like hot gin and tonics. Things that you can recognise, but then give it a festive twist. A bit of spiced rum. There you go.